Today, This American Dice presents Dungeon World, Cousins Edition. Mission to Big Chasm City, Episode 3. Join Mad Mab the Half-Witch, Herzl Quarterling, and Dr. Pilchas Goldstein as they enter the now war-torn city of Big Chasm City. But what is besetting this metropolis? And will they be able to get the food and medicine so badly needed by Chasm? Find out today on This American Dice. Herzl Quarterling and Dr. Pilchas Goldstein start heading toward the towards the city of Big Chasm City. There we see like big plumes of smoke coming out of several different places from within the chasm itself. I'll throw this out there that Mad Mab, as a hawk, you're flying above the city, and you might run into the same problem the Ornodons do of getting in. Like, you'll basically have to enter at ground level. But while you're up above, you have a vantage point that could allow you to see into the city and see what's going on a little bit better than other folks.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd do that.
Awesome. So could you go ahead and roll Discern Realities for me?
Yeah, should I just spend a hold for that, or?
If we say you spend a hold for that, could we say that it like allows you to do this?
Sure.
Or do you just automatically succeed on that?
No, that's fine.
Okay, cool. So spend a hold for that, and yeah, you can discern realities as a hawk in ways that other people couldn't get it. Your eyes are so keen.
Hawkeye.
Mm-hmm. You shoot arrows down at everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone forgets that you're in the movie.
Shut up. You talk as if you've seen any of those movies. Shut up.
I saw the first two. They were bad. But they weren't good films.
Weird. Well, I have one question. I got a 7 to 9.
Mm-hmm.
I guess what happened here recently, right?
Sure. So looking at these like fires, I think your eyes are just even good enough to see some of this fighting. You can like see conflict between some of those magmen and city guards. And so there are like city guards who are fighting with these magmen, and the magmen seem to be by far much stronger and tougher than these city guards. So usually like 2 or 3 of them will be fighting one of these magmen. And as you can fly around and see, like, as you can maybe even like circle the city, you see several. Each of these magmen seems to be like the match for several of these guards, and often the magmen will win that conflict. And even a lot of times, like, something nearby will be set on fire, or stone nearby will start to kind of like crumble a little. And so even when they're not quickly defeating these guards, the magmen are often causing like a lot of destruction that you'll hear like screams and other such stuff as you're flying around.
And there's like an army of them?
There seems to be a large number of them, but it's the ones that you can see. I'm just going to answer your question. Yes, there is an army of them, but they seem to be kind of coming up from the bottom of this stuff, like as if they're emerging from the bottom of the chasm. And again, with these chasms, there's only so far down that you can go because of like the heat, the geothermal heat that builds up the farther down you go.
And this is Big Chasm City, or is this
is Big Chasm City. Yeah, the city
Where?
You're going to pick up the food and the medicine.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So that's the deal with what happened here recently. Right? That was your question? Yeah. So you can see very clearly an army of these magmen, say a small army, but small army of these magmen came up from apparently the bottom of this chasm and are now assaulting the city. And there's lots of fires. There's stone buildings are crumbling, that kind of thing. Down at the ground level, you guys arrive at the gate. And the gate of the city, it's open. It's just open.
I run right through the gate.
Okay, you run right through the gate. All right. Yeah, you run right on through the gate. And there are no guards at the gate at all. and you see a little sign that says like the guards on duty today are, and there's a picture of the of two guards, and you're like, wait a minute, one of those guards is the one that Pilchas killed.
Is this like the middle of the day or nighttime or?
Yeah, I think this is just the middle of the day. So yeah, Mad Mab, you can like fly down. It's just you have to like fly it essentially like you can't fly up into the air very far. The wind kind of like takes you like will shoot you out of the chasm.
Yeah, she'll probably just fly over to these two and just kind of turn back into.
Okay, was there anything else you want to try to use while you're a bird?
No, I can't think of anything.
Okay. So yeah, so you pop back into human form or halfling form, and yeah, there's this gate is just open. Inside, you can, like I said, hear the sound of conflict and that kind of thing. There's clearly fighting going on. Every now and again, you'll hear the sound of a building crumbling and like a bunch of screams, and yeah. Oh, you see, there's one of the other guard, and again, there's two pictures of the two guards. The other guard, aside from the one that you saw, is there, and he's got like a mortal stab wound in his stomach, and he's like slunched against the wall. And so as you guys come in, this is the scene that greets you. Like, you can look down into the chasm and see like all this fighting going on, and like destruction. And there's this guy who's like holding in his guts with one of his hands, and he's very clearly one of the guards on duty at this gate.
Anyone alive in our immediate vicinity?
This guy is. He's a human, and he's holding in his guts. And he sees you guys. He's like, "Oh, who are you? Who are you?"
I say, "You're gonna make it. Everything's okay. What's going on here?"
He's like, "Oh, there was a message to everyone that there was something's coming up from inside the cat down below. Oh, everybody had to get evacuated down there, and we were supposed to just hold this gate and make sure that nothing went on. But when we kept getting messages that things were bad, my partner, old Billy," and he points to the guy that you definitely killed from before who was running away, "he said he was going to go when I tried to stop him and told him it was desertion. Or stabbed me in the guts, he did. Right under the chest plate, really got me good. And now it's just coming out of me. It looks like I'm smuggling a bunch of sausages under me shirt and they're spilling out real bad. Please, can you help somehow?"
I'm sticking my hands in his pockets and robbing him.
Oh, he's like, you're robbing me, please. Oh, I don't care. Take what you need. Just help me out. I'm dying.
No, it's okay.
Wait, do I have
a flesh wound?
No, it's definitely not a flesh wound. I could see a lot of the parts from the inside that are not supposed to be out here. I could see them.
Do I have anything that could help this man? I almost murdered
him. Do you?
I was close to murdering him, but
You have a healing potion or anything like that?
Do I get anything out of his pockets?
You can find 8 gold pieces.
8 gold pieces, nice.
Yeah. All right, 8 gold pieces and one of those punch cards for like a restaurant. And he needs 2 more punches, and then he gets a free bowl of stew.
potion, I think.
It's called the restaurant, by the way, is called the Stew Bowl.
I say, "How's the stew bowl?"
And he's like, "Oh, don't get the chowder. Chowder's not stew. It doesn't make sense that they branched out into chowders."
Yeah, I hear that.
There's 2 healing potions.
Do you have healing potions?
I have 2.
Do you want to give this guy one?
I guess, man. What the fuck's he gonna give me?
You could maybe try to parlay with him, get something out of him.
I ask him. Oh, damn it, dude. What could he?
Well,
friend murdered him.
Map's got a question, maybe.
Go for it.
She kind of leans in and just like, "Oh, you've suffered so much. It's terrible."
Oh,
But
I don't know if it's the blood loss, but I think you're beautiful.
she winks at him. But
He gets a little paler as he gets a slight erection, and it causes a blood loss situation, and he's like, oh, he gets dizzy. He goes, boy, anyway, that's what's happening in his head as he's dying. In reality, he's just talking to you.
Mm-hmm. She's like, oh, well, tell me then, sir, where do you keep your medicine here?
All right. And he's like, we got a first aid kit right there in the guard's booth, but I think old Billy, I think that was the name I used before. Old Billy took that with him when he and those other folks, when they split. I tried to stop him, I did, but again, stuck me good, that son of a bitch. Oh,
yes. It was very harrowing, I'm sure. But surely there's many people that are injured as much or worse as you. But where does the city, Big Chasm City, keep their medicine?
and he's like, oh, wait, where the city does, I mean, there's merchants and such who keep big stores of food and medicine and the like. And maybe is that what you mean?
Yeah, where are they?
Oh, he's like, well, I could help you, but I'd have to show you, and I'm too done eviscerated to do that at the moment.
I smack him in his sausage intestine, hang it out, and say, "Tell us where it is." No.
Okay.
I give him a healing potion. I give him a healing potion.
All right.
Tell him that I'll give him this healing potion in exchange for him taking us to the fucking merchant's stockpile.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll parlay, Jake. That's a 2d6 plus your charisma bonus.
Charisma, huh?
Mm-hmm.
As you're doing this, Mab kind of holds her talon wounds and goes, "Oh, I wish we could have saved that, but sure."
Oh, I have two. I'll give one to Mab too. In exchange for his eggs.
Oh, interesting.
Can I have your egg?
No.
Damn it! I give it to him anyway because I have sworn to protect him, so I have to give it to him.
Okay.
I rolled an 8.
You rolled an 8. Okay. So this guy,
my charisma bonus. What'd you say? Oh, I don't have
bonus. Okay, so once you give him this thing, he basically is like, yeah, I'll help you out. Just help me, please, I'm dying here. And then you give him this potion. Yeah, then he's totally on board, and he's like, oh, thank you. And I think he's able to like wrap some stuff around his guts, some like rags, and essentially not die right now. But he's still in pretty bad shape. He's just not dead now. And he's like, all right, well, listen. Things are getting bad, apparently. Everyone is running away. Old Billy ran off. By the way, my name is Herzl.
Herzl?
Yeah. Well, my name's Herzl. Anyway.
In relation to the Herzls?
Herzls? Never heard of them. What's your names?
Can I lie to him? I don't want to tell him my name.
Yeah, you can lie to me. It's fine.
My name's John.
John, eh? All right. I had a cousin named John.
Yeah.
It's a weird name. It's odd to run into two people named John. All right, but what are you looking for again?
The stockpile. The merchant stockpile of food. And
oh, yeah. Oh. There's a whole merchant quarter. Unfortunately, it's on the other side of the chasm. We can get over there, but it's going to be a pain in the arse.
Well, you told me you would show us if I healed you. So.
He's like, that's true. And I'm a man of me word. All right, let's go. Here, carry me. And he does the thing like a child does for you to lift him up.
I put him on my back.
And he's like, all right, careful now. Don't jostle me. So you're carrying this guy. And he explains to you that basically on the other side of the chasm, there is where a lot of merchants keep these big warehouses of whatever it is that they're selling. And so there's a lot of folks who mostly focus on selling things within Big Chasm City. Those folks are usually a little bit farther down. but the people up at the top level in the merchant quarter, they usually export stuff to other nearby cities. So the merchant that you have who is named, the merchant contact who you have to go to who is named what?
Herzl?
His name is Herzl. Herzl Herzenmeyer, general supplier. That's his business card says. And you can even find the specific warehouse where that is. And this guy can tell you, yeah, it's across this thing. If you bring me there, I can show you where that specific warehouse is pretty easily. He's like, we got to be really careful because, we got to be really careful because there's these things that is coming up from under the earth. It's pretty scary. It's pretty bad. And people are freaking out. Old Billy, he turned tail. I knew we should never have trusted him. Oh, it's no good.
Billy sounds like a dick.
All right, Richard, he was, I tell you.
Is this guy taking me to where I want to go?
Yeah, he's having you head that way. The issue is, en route, could one of you guys, just one of you, roll a d4 for me?
Yep.
Go for it.
2.
All right. So you pass by, you get into the merchant quarter, and you see that though there's no like fighting going on here, you hear like a crazy commotion and all this yelling and shouting, and you see a lot of guards running around, and they're running into this warehouse, and they're all like sprinting into this thing. And like I said, there's yelling and shouting. You don't see, at least outside the warehouse, any fighting or any of these magmen.
All right. Well, I ask Herzelmeyer.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
No, that's who we're looking for.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's who we're looking for? Oh, well, what's the other guy's name again?
Yeah, his name, the guard that you're talking to and carrying on your back is named Herschel.
All right. Well, I asked Herschel if this is the right warehouse.
And he's like, it's not this one, it's another one further down, but be careful. Maybe there's some kind of fight going on inside. It could spill out and go for it. Plus, those are my brothers. They are fellow guards, sworn to protect one another, except for Billy. That guy's a real cock.
All right. Well,
He's fixated on Billy over there.
I mean, he was always flirting. I thought we had something. There was that time at the Christmas party. By the way, we celebrate Christmas here. That's apparently a thing in this world.
I know everyone's named Herzl. Well, I keep going. I totally ignore whatever's going on in there.
Okay. Well, as you guys... Is anybody else interested in what's up with that warehouse?
Running into the warehouse, right?
I'm sorry, say that again, Matthew.
A bunch of guards just running into the warehouse.
There's
right?
a bunch of guards running into the warehouse, and you hear a lot of commotion in there.
Fuck it, I'm running in there. Fuck it.
Okay, so you run in. So Herzl Quarterling runs into the warehouse. Mad Mab, what are you up to? You following suit or sticking out with Dr. Pilchas Goldstein?
Well, is this any different than the rest of the commotion noises from the Magman army?
There doesn't seem to be any like up here in this area where you are at the moment. They seem to be, and based on what you had seen as a hawk, a little bit lower down because their invasion seems to have come from the bottom levels.
Mm-hmm.
So since you guys are on the top level, there don't seem to be any magmen around here. It would be weird. The commotion doesn't sound like fighting per se.
Sure, I'll follow in then.
All right. So Mad Mab and Herzl Quarterling rush into this warehouse.
Oh, I take the guy. Do we need this guy on my back anymore? What the hell's his name?
Herschel.
I ask him, Herschel, how far are we from the actual warehouse?
Well, it's just 2 more rows down and then right there on the left.
All right, I take this guy off my back and I hurl him into the other chaos, and then I follow in.
So you bring him to throw him into this stuff. All right, so you get this guy and you're like, ha ha, and you toss him like a cartoon bouncer would throw a drunk out of a bar.
Yep.
And you're getting ready to do this, and you guys go in, and here's what is very clearly happening. These guards a lot of them are their swords are sheathed, or some of them are even unarmed, and they're just grabbing crates of stuff. And you realize that this is a warehouse of like kind of expensive goods. There's a lot of like fancy food and like bottles of liquor and that kind of stuff. And guys are grabbing like small casks of ale and running out with them, or like big bottles of booze. And you notice that there are some like dead people around, and they seem to also have been armed when they were like killed, but they don't seem to be guards. And yeah, very clearly, I don't think anybody needs to make a roll for this. These guards are just looting this warehouse.
Oh, I loot away.
You loot away? All right. So Matt starts to play the lute. It's weird. It's an odd choice in this situation. Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Playing a strange instrument.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll 2d6 plus wisdom. We'll do this almost as a custom thing on the fly.
I got a 5.
You get a 5. That's not good.
I want my character to be looking like this. He's grabbing the expensive bottles of alcohol, smashing them open, pouring them into his mouth, kind of like champagne showering himself in the goods he thinks are like amazing.
Yeah, you open like a cask of ale, and it's just pouring into your mouth like a cartoon character, and you're going glug 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 glug, and so you're doing that. And I think at this point you are just absolutely shit faced, like almost immediately, like whoa, that's strong stuff. And a guy grabs you and is like this ain't for you. We earned this. And I think he picks you up the way Jake had been holding Herzl. He picks you up and he throws you out of this warehouse. And I don't think that you only take 1 damage.
Okay.
So, but the I mean, I think your armor probably blocks that. But yeah, so this guy just throws you outside unceremoniously. And I think a bunch of these guards who are like kind of looting, a bunch of them kind of stomp up, and there's maybe, let's say, 6 of them. And these guys have short swords, and one of them seems to be their leader, and he's got kind of a long sword, and he stares you guys down, and he says like these are the things we deserve. If anybody's getting this here, it's us. The men of the... And what's the name of their regiment?
Jake, what's the name of the regiment of people coming to this warehouse?
The guy looting this warehouse.
No.
How about the Mac Daddies?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, he's like, yeah, we're the Mac Daddies. And all of them have really dumbass tattoos that say Mac Daddy what on their arms.
I literally leap in the air and punch the guy as close to his face as I could reach, if not being able to reach.
Okay, well, so the rest of you guys, and I know Jake just came back, so Matt ran in, and as he sees these guys looting, he drank a bunch of booze, and some of these guards who seem to be looting this warehouse, one of them grabbed Matt and threw him out of the place. And so I think you're actually probably behind Dr. Pilchas Goldstein and Mad Mab if they're heading into this warehouse. And so
dude, I'm leaping off Mad Mab's shoulders and punching this guy in the face.
All right, fuck. All right, you're really committed to it.
Failed. I'm going big.
All right, go for it. So you're doing a hack and slash. So go ahead and roll plus your strength modifier.
Oh, 12.
12 is pretty good. All right, so you're just punching this guy?
Oh yeah, I'm leaping off Mad Mab's shoulders and punching him in the face.
Okay, cool. So go ahead and roll your whatever your base damage is.
Oh, 6. I clobber this guy.
Oh yeah, so you do 6. So yeah, so you punch this dude in the face, and he's going like, oh whoa, and other people are like, you can't punch Sergeant Jerry. You can't punch Sergeant Jerry. Then these guys, these other 5 guys, who have again their short swords drawn, are kind of like menacing towards you. And again, Sergeant Jerry's going, whoa. He falls back, and the other guys have to kind of push him back up. And he just says, all right, you all don't know what's going on here, but in just a minute, this whole place is going to be gone. So, if I were you, I'd get out while you still can before me and the boys here, we throw you to whatever these things coming up from the chasm is. Became a lot more Australian in the end.
There yet?
I'm sorry, say that again, Jake?
Am I in the building yet?
Yeah, you are. Dr. Pilchas Goldstein is absolutely in the building. In fact, he still has that guy, Herzl, that he was going to throw into the building.
I think I place him on the ground and I attack Sergeant Jerry.
And I think Herzl is like, you show them what for. They're disgracing the colors of the god here. Oh, right, you get them. Oh, get them, go for it. These guys are nothing but a bunch of scoundrels.
Herzl, shut the fuck up.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, my mother said I was born with the gift of gab.
I take a swing at Sergeant Jerry with my hammer.
All right, well, again, it's Sergeant Jerry and a group of 5 other of these guards.
All right, well, whoever I hit.
Oh, no, the good thing is in this game is that you can just attack the whole group of them.
All right, let me do that.
Go for it.
2d6, right?
2d6 plus your strength modifier.
Oh, plus my strength, huh?
Yes.
9.
9. 9's pretty good. Anybody want to help him?
Yeah, I'm punching someone.
Well, let's see if Mad Mab has a cool way that she could help if she wants. Would that be a thing you'd be down for, David?
I don't think so.
Okay, no problem. All right, Herzl, you're gonna.
So you said this was specifically like luxury goods and things?
Yeah, these guys are grabbing like it's the equivalent of they're looting the liquor store during the hurricane.
Yeah, and we're just here for food and medicine, right?
Yeah, this is neither food nor medicine. Although in a medieval society,
this is medicine in my life, right?
Yeah, it says specifically. It says on all the barrels. It says non-medicinal brandy.
I say, Mad Mab, this is all the medicine our town needs right here in this warehouse.
Anyway, but so Herzl is gonna help. Herzl, go ahead and roll 2d6 and add +1 since you have one bond with Dr. Pilchas Goldstein.
11.
11. All right, so that kicks that 9 up to a 10, Jake. So that means you can do one of 2 things. When you get a 10 or above on a hack and slash, you can either just do your damage to the folks you're attacking, or you can open yourself up to their attacks and do an additional d6 of damage.
I do that.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your base damage, which I think is a d10, plus your merciless, which is a d4, and an additional d6.
Yep. 13.
13.
Yeah.
Okay, 13 total?
Yep.
All right. All right, so you're going to take 3 damage, which I think your armor blocks almost all of that, if not all of it.
Yeah.
As these guys fight with you. Actually, hold on, wait. No, it's not 3 damage. It's...
I think it's +1 for each extra person, right?
Oh, I thought I just rolled it that many times and took the highest one.
I don't know about that. But yeah, if you want to do it that way, that works too.
Well, let's just go with... I rolled a 6 on a d8, so let's just say a 6. So you take 6 damage instead. And meanwhile... What's 6 times 5? 30, right?
Yep.
Okay. So, were you first and foremost attacking Sergeant Jerry?
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, how do you murder Sergeant Jerry?
I just crush him, dude. Just crush his chest plate.
Yeah, so you just smash this hammer into his chest, and I think the follow-through of the blow smashes into a second guy, and you crush him too. And then these other guys attack you, and at some point you like bash another dude. So 3 of these guys are already dead by the time you kind of step away from the fight for a second. And yeah, there's only 3 of these guys left in this situation, and these guys are like like, what the hell? And I think they just go to grab stuff and run away.
Can I hit one more while they're running?
I say, doctor, relax. Let's load up all the medicine and get back to our town. We got everything we need right here.
Yeah, so I think Herzl like slows you down and is like, we got everything we need right here. Again, the stuff in this place is like it's the equivalent of like it's mostly just booze. It's booze and like maybe fancy clothes.
I pick up Herschel and I head on out to the other warehouse.
Okay, to the warehouse he was telling you to go to?
Yep.
All right, cool. Everybody else down with that?
I slug a little bit more of the alcohol and then I head on out. Gotcha.
All right, so Herzl, Quarterling, is like, hold on, let me just get another nip here. And he's like, I just need one more drink. And then we see him like open his mouth and stand under another one of these barrels and sit there for a couple of minutes and be like, no, it's still one drink if it keeps pouring into my mouth. All right, Mad Mab, how are you feeling about this situation?
Not great. Like this is kind of a diversion from our mission. So she's like, well, if you two boys have had your fun, let's go find this medicine then.
How dare you? I tried to go to that warehouse and you two hopped off into the liquor store. So you remember the sequence of events correctly.
Okay.
Calm down, folks. Have a drink.
Yeah, so Herzl Quarterling is like hiccuping like a cartoon character. He's like stumbling around a little bit. And you guys head to where Herschel had described what was going on. But as you get there, you get to this other warehouse, and you see that there are guards dressed somewhat in the... Oh, they're dressed in the uniforms of like the dead bodies that you had seen at the previous warehouse where the city guards were looting the place. And you get to the warehouse that Herschel had described, where like the food and medicine you guys were supposed to pick up is. And you see that there are several of these magmen that are fighting with some of these guards. And so some of these guards they seem to be trying to like escape, but without... What is the term? Like they seem to be doing trying to do like a tactical withdrawal where they are like they're fighting their way out and they're trying to get out of this warehouse, but some of these magmen seem to have gotten in there and fight them. And again, the magmen look like little like stone lava golem people who are using like axes and hammers. 4 of these guards in these I'll just tell you, these are like the hired security of the merchants, and they're trying to escape from these magmen, but they seem to be almost pinned down by these magmen. Like they can't quite escape without this. So you guys could head in there, but you might end up entering into the fray. Say again?
They're coming out of the warehouse?
They want to get out of the warehouse. The problem is the magmen seem to have kind of pinned them down. And I'll say there's maybe like, I forget what I just said, but maybe 4 or 5 of these guards, and there's 3 magmen.
I'm going to shoot the guard in the back with my bow and arrow.
You're going to shoot?
Magman. I'm on your side, Magman.
Is that your game plan? You're going to shoot one of the guards and try to get the magmen to think you're on their side?
That's my move right now.
Okay.
Roll the bow.
All right, this is insane. Okay, so go ahead and roll a volley.
I wasn't expecting that.
So it's plus dexterity, I believe.
Oh, geez. I murder this guard, dude. I just rolled a 13.
All right, so cool. So go ahead and roll your damage then.
10.
10. What die did you just roll?
A D10. I mean, yeah.
I think you only do a D6 of damage.
I do a D8 plus 2 if it's a ranged weapon and it's a
Oh,
bonus.
okay. Never mind. I apologize.
Yeah, I just fucked this guard up.
Mistake. Yeah, you. Yeah. There's a guard who's like trying to escape, and he just seems like he's about to go, and you just shoot him. What does it look like when you kill this guard with an arrow?
To his neck.
You shoot him in the neck.
Hit him right in the wiener, dude. No, I hit him in the wiener.
Yeah. All right, absolutely. You hit him in the wiener, and he goes, and his eyes cross, and he goes, boop, 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 and he falls down, dead. And yeah, the magman, like, one of the magmen turns to you, and it just kind of like stares.
I give him a huge thumbs up, like, we have your back.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you to go ahead and make a parlay roll. That like we're here to help you guys out.
Oh, what do I gotta add to this? What am I?
2d6 plus charisma, yeah.
Dude, 11.
How are you rolling?
11. I convinced
All right.
him.
So you shot this guy in the wiener because he falls down dead. You turn to the magman, you give him a thumbs up, and the magman goes, meh. And he gives you a big thumbs up of like his like rock magma hand, and then he like goes to keep fighting those other guys. And I think now that the 3 magmen are, I think it's easier. And yeah, I think you guys, unless you do something, you're just gonna watch these magmen systematically kill these guards, and these guards are security guards hired by merchants.
Gotta run in the warehouse. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll be in the warehouse. Yeah.
Well, no, I gave him the thumbs up, like, we got you, and then we're going in the warehouse.
All right. Yeah. So you guys run into this warehouse. Okay. So you run into this warehouse as these magmen are, yeah, kind of killing these, again, hired security guards who are like trying to escape. But now that the one who is chasing that guy down is free to help out, they are essentially just killing these people. And so you see these magmen who, again, are carrying like hammers and like maces, probably hammers, maces, axes. And they're made of stone, and they're just bashing these guys. And each time they bash some of them, like sometimes like fire spurts out of the axe or something like that. So some of these guys are like immolated. And meanwhile, yeah, there's a big giant shipment that you can easily find. And it's a huge shipment of crates that say for Chasm.
Mad can transform into an animal, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you transform into like a bear or something and pick up all these damn cases
Ooh.
or something?
I'll say that one of the things was, if you look, there are carts.
Oh.
Or actually, it's through the desert. So fuck it. They would normally be on sleds that could be like pulled through kind of like the sand and the kind of blasted wasteland that you guys live in. But these crates are not on that sled.
How heavy are they?
In part because it's probably so much longer than when you were supposed to get this stuff.
So if we were able to lift them onto the sled and Mad became a horse, we could easily take them to where we had to go.
Absolutely, but this would be like the equivalent of like lifting a semi-truck's worth of crates. Like, you could do it one at a time. It's just going to be a massive pain in the ass.
And how many guards are still alive?
Right now, basically they are being murdered right now. So I think that in the moment it becomes relevant, none. They are all dead.
Okay. So none of these people are going to help us move these boxes either.
Unless you can get the magmen to, and the magmen look like they're probably going to approach you in just a moment.
So the thumbs up really didn't help much.
As you guys are looking at this and you're like, oh man, it'll probably take it'll take hours to get all of these boxes of food and medicine and that kind of stuff onto this sled. You hear like the last scream of one of these guards. And again, they're just like security guards hired to guard this thing. who were trying to get out but just couldn't. And the magmen now approach you. And again, there's only 3 of them, but they're like stout warriors. They're like the size of dwarves. They look like they're made of stone, and they have like fissures and ripples in them, like that seem to be like molten lava.
Can I recognize which one of them gave me the thumbs up, or do they all look the same?
They look different enough for you to recognize the one that gave you the thumbs up.
I run up to him, give him a high five.
Okay, I think he stands there stoically, and we'll just say that one's kind of the leader for our purposes, and he says like,
What do you want here?
Just a little help loading some of these containers onto this here sled, sir.
and he says,
No, this is all to be burned as an offering to Magmar, the Lord of the Deep.
Damn it, dude.
Uh,
I take Herschel and I hurl him into the magmen.
what? You still have Herschel with you?
Oh yeah, dude.
I thought you threw him out like 3 other people.
I didn't throw him. Yeah.
Let's hold on with that. Let's hold on with that one in case anybody else wants to talk to these guys.
Fuck these guys, dude.
Yeah, can we just say, oh, you can't use these as any kind of offering. These were promised to us.
Yeah, you can absolutely say that. And say like, I think the Magman says,
That may be so, but the attacks of the surface people has voided those contracts. Read the fine print.
I say, I'll offer you this gentleman in so you can murder him in return for you letting us take these cards. I offer him Herschel.
and he says,
Not my type. Interested in more of kind of a Lance Bass, Justin Timberlake kind of look. He more Joey Fatone.
To murder?
Oh, that's what you meant?
Yeah.
Oh, also no.
we can't. Hold on. My neighbor's moving trash cans.
All right,
All right.
fuck it, dude. I'm hurling Herschel. I don't have time.
All right, Herschel's like, what are you doing? No, don't. You throw him at these Magmen.
Yeah.
I kind of want you guys to like work something out with these Magmen. Is there anything you guys are trying to offer them?
Yeah, Herschel. He already said no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I give him. Actually, there is. I give him the egg that I have, and then I also offer him the 18 gold that I found.
Ooh, okay. So go ahead and roll a parlay roll.
What do I roll?
2d6 plus charisma.
Oh, I got a 10.
Hey, it's pretty good. Yeah, so you are like throw Herschel at his feet. Or you throw Herschel at him and he just grabs him out of the air. And Herschel's like, oh my god, it's burning me throat. And then you offer that egg and he says, and the Magman says like,
This is the Sky Beast egg.
I think so.
Yes. You may take your supplies. The Sky Beast egg shall be an excellent offering to Magmar, Lord of the Deep. Also, Herschel, in retrospect, you're not that bad. You should meet my cousin, Magmus.
So, can we load these onto the sled, or the 3 of us, or is that not possible?
yeah. So I think here's what this is, and I think this is kind of our, like, as we start to end this, it's these Magmen kind of leave. They continue burning and destroying this city. And you guys just have to painstakingly, pain in the acidly load all these crates onto a sled. And again, it's like a shipping container's worth of crates that you have to load on this enormous sled. And it's just 3 dudes by hand doing this. And 2 of the people are like 3 feet tall.
Forget about that.
Yeah, so Dr. Pilchas can move like a crate at a time, and then the other 2 people can move a crate together at a time. You guys are loading this stuff up, and meanwhile in the background you hear like the insane like burning and destruction of an entire city and civilization around you.
Is Herzl dead?
Oh yeah, Herschel's been dragged off by the Magman to meet one of the Magman's cousin, Magmus.
Oh, thank God. Glad that guy's dead.
So what animal do we see Mad Mab turn into to help him pull this sled?
Or like a rhino, desert thing? Is in Africa?
I'd say more like Savannah-y, but sure, we could do that, or like a... I mean, it can also be weird fantasy animals.
I'll do a fantasy rhino.
A fantasy rhino, one of the great desert... Yeah, so Mad Mab turns into a desert rhino, and you guys kind of harness this rhino and pull this thing out of the burning rubble of this city. And, yeah. So we see you guys head off, like, into the sunset, loaded down with food, medicine, that kind of stuff. So what's the journey like on the way back to Jerusalem? Who's going to answer that for me?
Extremely treacherous.
Extremely treacherous? Okay, why is it so treacherous?
Ornodons attacked several times.
Okay, so you guys have to keep fighting off these Ornodons as you're heading back to Jerusalem, trying to go as fast as you can, towing behind you, like I said, like a semi-truck full of, like an 18-wheeler full of food and medicine. Okay. When you get back to, so then for either Jake or David, you guys had taken a super long time getting even just to the Midway way station. When you get back to Jerusalem, what difficulties are there that you hadn't expected?
There's a political upset, and the Ornodon party won enough seats so that now there's an Ornodon president in Jerusalem.
Okay. So yeah, so okay, so there was an Ornodon party that there were people. There were elections while you were gone, and everyone was so upset with what was up. There was a cult that worshipped the Ornodons that won these elections, and they won big. And now technically an Ornodon is president of Jerusalem. And it's difficult when you guys arrive. When you guys arrive, you're stopped and like arrested for having the eggs of an Ornodon. and that's a big deal.
On Mad Map's defense, when she goes to court for that, is that she is part Ornodon, and she's the one who laid all of those.
Okay.
And then she opens up an Ornodon orphanage.
Okay.
It's not because she cares about it, though. It's only because she wants political cred to run in the next election.
Gotcha. Okay. So, Dr. Pilchas Goldstein, your medical practice has had to change pretty significantly now that you also have to treat Ornodons. And you guys have been there's been an effort to block up some more of the geothermal winds so that Ornodons can actually come in here and like live amongst you. What's that been like as a doctor who's trying to live among pterodactyls?
Wait, hold on. I don't have any eggs because I gave mine away, so I'm not arrested.
Oh, so you were never arrested. Okay, well, yeah, so you're allowed to continue practicing as a gastroenterologist. You're not arrested. Your office is not raided in any capacity. But again, as a doctor trying to practice among a people who now have to accept killer pterodactyls as citizens, what's that like?
What's it like?
Or as the only person not thrown in jail because of egg pilfering, is Dr. Pilchas Goldstein viewed as a hero now that he brought that all that food and medicine?
I think so.
All right, people are like, Dr. Pilchas Goldstein. Oh my! Oh, how about this? You get there, and soon afterwards, Dr. Pilchas Goldstein is made vice president under an ornithon.
Dude, I'm down for that.
Okay, so Dr. Pilchas Goldstein, Chasm's first gastroenterologist vice president. There had been a gastroenterologist president. You're the first gastroenterologist vice president. It's one of those things where you're like, that's less than interesting, but it's still notable.
But then I end up in jail anyway because I tried to murder the president.
There you go.
Like
all right.
With gastroenterology tools.
There you go. You're like, all right, hold on. I have to give you a colonoscopy. And you started like swinging a hammer around, and they're like, wait a minute, that's not anything. You were arrested.
The scope strangler.
Thanks for tuning in to This American Dice Presents Dungeon World Cousins Edition, Mission to Big Chasm City, Episode 3. Be sure to join us next week to see what Dr. Pilchas Goldstein and Herzl Quarterling get up to with some new characters as they attempt a mission to Mount Gloom. Dungeon World Cousins Edition, Mission to Big Chasm City, included the vocal talents of David as Mad Mab the Half-Witch, Matthew as Herzl Quarterling, Jacob as Dr. Pilchas Goldstein, and Austin as your Dungeon Master. Music for this episode included Last Stand by Martynas Whitesand, and Amor by Cowpay. Be sure to join us next week to see these characters go on another exciting adventure, and to meet some new characters who might just change your mind about what a salamander can or can't do, and who an owl should be able to marry. See you next week on This American Dice.
Yeah.
I slam his head with my hammer.
I'm going to give somebody else a chance to maybe talk to this guy if they want to. If nobody wants to, I'm okay with it.
Wait. He's not a magman?
The doctor.
No, he's a human guard.
Dude, a magman. Dude, what you gotta be more.
I apologize. He's one. I even said he was one of the guards pictured.
The picture, you really described it perfectly.
I wasn't listening. I'm gonna be honest.
I kill that lizard bastard. Wait, he's a lizard.
He's a man.
You didn't say not lizard man. It's Air Bud rules. There's nothing in the rule book that says a lizard can't also be a guard. Racist.